Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking about car brands that I think should not have been discontinued, whether they've been sold in the US and not are no longer sold in the US or have never been sold in the US. Here are some car brands I think that should not have been discontinued. So one of my picks is Isuzu. For those of you who don't know what Isuzu is a Japanese SUV manufacturer. They make large trucks and SUVs. They were very practical. They were very large and reliable, unlike those big American pieces of metal. Um, these cars are very reliable. They are good cars, and they are, if I'm not mistaken, are still being produced in Japan, where they originate from. But that's definitely a good car brand, and they should not have died. Um, they had a good potential. They probably had a lot of imaginative stuff. I'm sure they could have came up with for Isuzu, whether making a new rodeo or new trooper or whatever they were going to make. Even the Vehicross is a pretty good car. But unfortunately, Isuzu is no longer here with us. Our next car is going to be Pontiac. Now, yes, Pontiac is a somewhat crappy, or was a somewhat crappy GM subsidiary, really, for Chevy and whatnot. But they should not have died. They had a lot of potential. Um, Maybe not with the Aztec, but they had a good. They had something going for them with the Grand Prix and the Grand Am, but sadly Pontiac was discontinued, and that happened in the 2009 or 2008 economic crisis, which sent GM into bankruptcy. And let's be honest, if they had to cut out some cars, it should have been Buick or something like that. GMC would have been the perfect choice for that. Because I mean, if you think about it, GM and Chevy are like identical twins. But anyway, Scion. Now, yes, Scion is a bad company. They defunct it not too long ago in 2016, and they made pretty good cars. Now I know Toyota has a lot on its belt, and it did. It had a lot on its plate. Obviously, it had to sustain itself, which was an easy feat. It had to sustain Lexus, which isn't an easy feat. And I mean, sustaining a car company that's not really bringing in all that much money, that's making kind of crummy cars, well, not a very smart idea. But still would have been nice just to have them around. See what Toyota could have done with them. Maybe they could have made, you know, a cool sports car that Toyota really liked, or something like that. I don't know. But that definitely would have been a sight to see had Scion still been here with us. Unfortunately, they've been gone for the past 2 years. But that's okay because, Toyota really did have a lot on its plate, and, you know, I, it just kind of makes sense. Now, the next spot, it's going to drag a little bit of controversy, but I personally don't care. Hummer. Now, I don't like Hummer at all because they're these big gas guzzling giant SUVs, but still, I mean, these cars didn't deserve to die. Hummer probably would have had a huge success right now with the SUV market dominating the industry. So I'm sure right now Hummer would have been a huge hit right now. Maybe if their SUVs were a little smaller or whatnot. But yeah, this is another company that died in the economic crisis with GM in 2008 or 2009. Again, they had a lot of potential in their hands. They had SUVs that everybody liked. They were just a little overpriced, and yeah, it may have been made sense for them to stop production just for a little while. See how the SUV business goes. See if gas prices drop, which they did, and they could have been making a huge hit, but that's okay, I guess. It is a-okay. But there's nothing really else to say about Hummer. They just got a lot of gas guzzling cars, which right about now wouldn't be that. Yeah, they wouldn't be top selling like maybe a Highlander or a CRV or something. They may not even be able to reach up to some, other cars that aren't that popular like Mitsubishis or something like that, or Subarus. But all in all, I guess they're okay. So our last car is also going to be American because it's going to be Saturn, another GM brand. Saturn had like Pontiac had a lot of great stuff. I know they could have pulled out had they still been alive, but that's okay because GM is still strong, and who knows, they may bring out a new sub brand in the next couple of years that's identical to a Buick. Anyway, they really could have. But all is good, I guess. So, I mean, you really can't get mad at them. GM was just thinking about the now, which makes sense. Right now, SUVs aren't really making any money right now. These businesses aren't making any money, so we gotta cancel them. That's all good. But those are some car companies I think that could still be alive, but they didn't deserve to go bankrupt and defunct. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.